warm welcome here at the Technical Forum at the group exhibit Hydrogen and Fuel Cells. We welcome you here for the second part of the Russian Day today. Please have a seat, have a free drink, and come and listen. We really invite you to listen to the next presentation and ask some question at the end of this. Come here and enjoy with us the presentation about plasma beam equipment and technologies for material processing. We have a really warm welcome to Mr. Valery Krivobokov from the National Research Tomsk Polytechnic University.
Yes.
Give him some
Thank you.
warm hands.
Thank you. I would like to present you my report related to using of plasma for material treatment and hydrogen energy. It's a brief information about the efforts of my group in Tomsk Polytechnic University. Let me to describe this information. It's the position of Tomsk. Distance between Tomsk and Moscow is approximately 3,500 kilometers, and distance for Hanover approximately 6,000 kilometers. As a result of this mine, our customers live in South Korea, in Japan, in China, but trend of last year is active participants in our work, the industrial plants from Siberia and other parts of Russia. That's a brief description of Tomsk. Population is approximately 500,000, and there are 6 universities taken in Tomsk. It's a description of Polytechnic University. It's the biggest university in Tomsk. Total quantity of students is approximately about 2,300, and total quantity of staff is more than 7,000 persons. One of unit of Tomsk Polytechnic University is Physics and Technology Institute, and I am a member of this institute. Total quantity of students is approximately 1,200, and our duty is not only organize the scientific work, but education process also. It's scheme of a structure of the institute, and it's a listing of mine education programs. I would like to show next next position. Please see on the engineering physics. Engineering physics includes 2 programs: hydrogen energy and beam and plasma technologies. And today we have approximately 65 students and 40 staffs in this department, and we are keeping 2 levels of education. 4 years bachelor for preparing of bachelor, for educating bachelor, and 2 years for preparing of master. And next step of our student is a opportunity to realize the attempt to get the PhD. Normally, practically 100% after graduating of bachelor course start to study in master program. But after master program, from master to PhD, maybe maximally 20%. Because in Russia it's very, very complicated. process. It's a listing of our equipment in not applied physics and technology institute, excuse me, mistake, including cyclotron, nuclear reactor, and so on, so on. I ask you to I would like to learn that more than 20 units of plasma facilities take place in our institute. It's a listing of our areas of research. As a first step, I would like to represent you our research works connected with generation of high power electromagnetic radiation by means of the special relativistic magnetron. It's electron accelerating. This is radiation. This is a generation, better to say, high frequency magnetron. This is practically the same machine, but sufficiently more power. A lot of efforts were realized for investigation of arc discharge plasma. Main problem of arc discharge plasma for thin film deposition is existence of metallic drops, and practically impossible to organize to receive the good quality coating without separating the plasma of these drops. So it was invented and created a special plasma filter for this, and today properties of our arc discharge plasma source sufficiently better. I would like to inform you about the one very interesting results. Last maybe 2 or 3 years, we received a good progress in the using of arc discharge plasma for treating of turbine blades and cutting tools. We created a lot of machines for this, especially for treating of aircraft blades. And this is a machine intended for destroying of natural gas molecules, especially for manufacturing of hydrogen. This machine is ready. Unfortunately, productivity is insufficient, but we hope that we will improve the construction of this machine, and step by step, situation will be better. But sufficiently more efforts were realized in the creating of special gas discharge machine based on magnetron diode. It's a inside fuse of our machine. For example, it's a laboratory and scale machine intended especially for thin film deposition, including the hydrogen energy also. It's machine intended for creation of a special kind thin films and so on. I would like to show you one more the setup. This setup was created in accordance with order of one Japanese company, and intended especially for using in hydrogen energy. Maybe better to say in fuel cell elements manufacturing. Especially, they used it for deposition of palladium thin film, platinum thin film, and so on. Today, this machine is under operating. One more our subject is deposition of special optical thin film. This is setup of Pulse 3 Pro was created especially for high quality thin film deposition on glass to improve the infrared radiation reflection. This machine has a good productivity and used on a real industrial plant. And today we are going to improve it and create a new version. It's project of new version. The distance is more than 50 meters and productivity more than 300,000 square meters per year. It's not so large in comparison with German machine von Arden, for example, Label and so on, but for Siberia this size is okay. We hope to start the process of building of machine like this one in Russia. Next, very interesting, using of our plasma technology is connected with space investigation. It's a very important subject for Russia because we have a lot of plans connected with rockets, connected with space satellites and so on. This machine intended for creation of special coating, special protection elements, construction of this element see here. It's an element for protection of satellites against sun radiation and other factor of space. Principle of operating is following. It's substrate of glass. It's a silver as reflector. This protection layer. It's some materials for fixing of this tile on the surface of satellite body. And this is indium tin oxide thin film, especially for takeoff of charge connected with sun radiation. It's a sun. Main result of this work was following. Before our technology, only 5 or 6% of all production satisfied it in accordance with our standard requirements. After realization of this project, the total quantity with good positive result parameters was 95%. So quality sufficiently better, 20 times better. Today this machine is mine on the plant where created Russian satellites. Next very interesting work was connected with creation of special equipment for thin film deposition on polymer films. These films need for creation of for manufacturing of satellites and as element of vessel, of body. Today we started this process of creating a few machines like this one, but productivity will be 10 times more. Next, our project was connected with creation of a special coating machine for thin film deposition on antennas. Substrate of these antennas is graphite not graphite, maybe better to say polymer and graphite. And biological view represent here. The distance between floor and this point is approximately 5 meters. Maximal diameter of antenna is approximately 4 meters. It's a full automatical system. The coating is polylayer coating, approximately 5 or 6 layers. And technology on manufacturing is not simple. As a first step, we have to take off all gas. After it, we have to take off all, no, better to say, first step is to take off the water. After it, to take off the gas. After it, create a special preliminary load. And then, by the way, step by step, we have to deposit the functional layers. Main requirement of this equipment consists in following. We have to provide 12-year operation the antenna on the working position during, think please, during 12 years. Practically impossible to exchange it. Today, this machine is on the operating. This machine intended for laboratory improving for optimization of technologies of thin film deposition. We have one more duty. This duty is education of students. And impossible to educate students without the real equipment. But at the same time, it's a very big problem to create an education machine as more as reliable. So the main property of this machine is to stay against the hand of students. In the case of it's able to operate during maybe 1 month or 2 months without damages, it's okay. The example of this machine is this one. And last, my words connected with some of our new projects. Firstly, we are started the process of creation of special simulating setup, especially for creation of conditions the same as on the altitude approximately 1,000 kilometers. Its machine includes ion sources, electron sources, perfect vacuum condition, plasma sources, sources which able to organize to give us the same irradiation as sun, and so on. We are going to create it during maybe 1 or 2 years. And second item, it's connected with needing to start the process of organizing the special technology which is able to provide productivity approximately on the level about 0.1 micrometer per second. So it's a real way to create the machine which is able to deposit the thin film with a speed maybe 5, maybe 10 micrometers per minute. It's need for manufacturing of materials, metallical materials for modern electronics. And today, main property of this machine consists in following. The target is liquid. As a first step, it's routine magnetron system. We switch on it and start the process of heating. Step by step, temperature will be higher, 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 up to melting, and after melting, starts process of evaporation. After active evaporation, not need to give in this system a special working gas. Working gas is steam of metals. There are a lot of advantages of this. In the case of working gas is the same as metal of target. The quality of thin film is very, very good without some pollutions. Adhesion is not bad, but there is very important one problem. This problem is to protect vacuum chamber against the effects of heat. Think please, the temperature of this system approximately 2000 degrees centigrade, and you have think what is the way to protect your vacuum pumps, your other equipment in vacuum chamber, and so on and so on. Situation is not simple. But we hope to solve this task. So, thank you very much. We know about the very, very high level of investigation of plasma in the magnetron technology technologies in German, and it's desirable for us to contact with German researchers. Thank you very much.
So, thanks a real lot for this very interesting presentation, Mr. Krivobokov. Now you, all of in the audience, have the opportunity to make some remarks or to ask some questions. Is here someone? Yeah.
Good morning, Valery Pavlovich. Do you have constant partners or maybe different firms which you supply this equipment? Constant partners.
Closely.
Constant partners. Do you have
Yes.
which you supply this equipment? And
Yes, of course. My now partner in Russia is a state agency Roscosmos. It's a very, very big organization. Its organization is my now founder. And we are working during maybe 5 or 6 years. But in a foreign country, it's maybe South Korea, maybe Japan. But practically we have not a close partner in Europe. It's not good.
are there such equipment other countries or this equipment have just Russia, just Tomsk Polytechnic? It's individual equipment. Other countries have such equipment.
Yes, of course. It's popular technologies, and main features of this work connected with creation of best machines, best in accordance with the properties and cheapest on the market. It's I cannot say that other country has not the same machine. It's really, but I hope that our machines are better.
Thank you.
In any case, we will try to do it.
Thank you very much. Yes, of course.
You said about interesting coatings on the satellites. What about foreign companies? Are they have interest in these coatings?
I don't know about this. In accordance with our law regulation, we can to sell these works and state control only. state checking only. We have not the opportunity to deliver it directly, only through our customers. It's I don't believe that it's very interesting for all countries, because there are only maybe 5 or 6 countries which are able to create the real satellites. It's very, very complicated technology. Russia, Soviet Union, today maybe China. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you again for being here and for this presentation. So, my ladies and gentlemen, we will continue in a few minutes with our last presentation here on stage today in the Technical Forum with the topic Introduction to Hydrogen and Fuel Cell from SETRI branch of Krylov State Research. Please sit down and wait for the next 2 minutes.